A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way by John C. Maxwell. Hello, people. This is Zippy, and welcome to my classroom. In today's episode, I'll be talking about becoming a leader. So, how do you become a leader? Okay, there are people who are just bored with it, and then there are people who find themselves, in situations where they had to become a leader. Situational leadership, and then people believe in this great man theory that this, leadership is for certain people, and so on. But anyone can learn to become a leader. So how do we do that? First thing, lead by example. Okay, just like in those words of John C. Maxwell, you have to show what you expect people to do. Okay, if you want people to be punctual, you be punctual. If you want people to be honest yourself. Okay, that is very crucial. If you lead by example, if you're the one saying we need to finish the syllabus by this time, have you also finished the syllabus at that time? If you're also a teacher, if you're teaching a subject like everyone else there, so it's really key, because you cannot be preaching water and drinking wine, and people will not take you seriously. So what kind of leader is this? So be dependable, be accountable. If you're the one saying let's work as a team, be the first person to show that. To become a leader, you need communication skills. These are skills you can sharpen with time. Start small, okay? You need to convey goals. You cannot have these goals. You have a vision, but you've kept it to yourself, okay? You're not a leader, so convey the goals. Expectations. What do you expect from your team? You cannot expect them to be at work by 8 if you've not communicated that, okay? Communicate feedback, give feedback where you feel someone in your team needs to grow in this particular way, or needs to avoid such certain habits. Communicate that. Don't be those bosses who see someone going the wrong way, and then they keep it and keep it and keep it and wait for the appraisal. That's when they boom, just throw all these many things at you, and you wonder, wait, but it's been a whole year. You mean you've been keeping those things for a whole year? Okay, you need to communicate. At the same time, listen to your team members, okay? Because communication is two-way. So there's something they bring into the table. Be open to their opinions, their feedback. Be approachable so that they are able to give you honest feedback, and that they can communicate and say this strategy is not working because of this and that. But if those channels of communication are totally closed, they'll never come and tell you, and so you'll wonder why certain policies are not working. And the people who know the answer to that, but they're so scared to tell you. So have that open, okay, channel of communication. As a leader, third, you need to inspire and motivate. Yes, a transformational leader inspires people. Um, they build a positive working environment. They're the ones who will recognize efforts of team members, great achievements, and just bring them to light and keep encouraging the people in that organization, in that team. Okay, so be that person, be that boss that inspires people, and people say, wow, that is somebody I'd love to be mentored by, or that's the person I'd like to be when I get to that point. That's the kind of leader I would love to be myself. Okay, so you have to, for you to become a great leader, you really need this particular skill. Fourth point, delegate wisely. Okay, delegate wisely. What does that mean? I know we always so delegate tasks. Okay, don't be the boss who ends up doing everything, because if you like no one else can do it, right? And many of us have fallen into that trap. Okay, learn to delegate. And when I'm saying this, does not mean that I am perfect. I'm also learning these things as we go along. And you need to delegate tasks based on the people's strengths. Okay, someone. Let's say you own a shop, and this is the person who is always late. No matter what, this person will always be late. And then you give them the task of opening the shop at 6 a.m. Honestly, you are just trying to kill that business. Uh, so delegate according to people's strengths. Find the person who's usually the first person to arrive. Give them that particular task. Okay, you're guaranteed that the shop, the business will run from the time it's supposed to start. And great businesses have fallen because bosses just delegate tasks to people and they expect them to do, because you're going to intimidate the people and say, no, it has to be done, forgetting that this is not that person, that person's strength. And then at the end of it all, you end up blaming yourself. Okay, and delegation is one huge way of making sure work is done. It's one of the 48 laws of power. As a leader, you need to learn to delegate tasks. Okay, so you'll avoid burnout as yourself because you're not doing everything, and it will now also contribute to the overall success of your organization. The philosopher James McGregor Barnes talked about leaders encouraging innovation. That's my fifth point. As a leader, you need to encourage your team members to be creative, to come up with solutions to problems that they face. Encourage and foster that creativity within your team so that not everyone is relying on you, because you're growing other leaders such that, if you move away or you're not there, your business does not die, your organization does not die because there's no transition. Okay, so James McGregor Barnes, being the father of transformational leadership, mentioned this because he had spoken to many presidents and he had seen the things that make presidents more powerful than others. Okay, so what is this about some particular presidents? They had empowered their team to think outside the box. Okay, they provided them with that support, to explore new ideas and not just wait for what the leaders are going to tell them and then they just follow and do. Okay, point number 6, develop empathy. I cannot stress this enough. Yeah. Because many people are failing in this particular place because we are goal oriented. You have certain targets, and so you don't really care about other people. You have no concern for your staff's well-being. And I don't know who said this, but there's a quote I heard about leaders, and they said, let workers be workers and let leaders be leaders. So workers should get the job done. Yeah, the workers do the work, but leaders lead the people. Okay, so you're not leading the work, you're leading those people. They need somebody who is concerned about their welfare. But you have this employee who has lost a parent, a spouse, a child, and you give them 1 day off, a sick off, honestly, and this person is supposed to come back and contribute to your organization. How do you expect them to work? You've not, you're just, so many illegal things are going on out here, where people are not being given the time and the support that they need at their workplace. Yeah, so be concerned. Someone might be going through something, or it could be even something good. Just ask them, hey, how are you doing? You know, um, you just got a new baby. How is it? Are you? Oh, it's because new parents are going through sleepless nights, and sometimes their work might be affected. So instead of this is it being the time that you're calling up this person and sending them memos and all of that, first of all, bring them close. Ask them, hey, are you okay? What's happening? You've I saw this story about a boss who was asking the employee, hi, so and so, you used to be so hardworking. You've been doing so well, but lately, you're just very idle. I find you doing funny things, watching, weird videos online. What's going on? And this is totally beside the point I was talking about, but the guy said, oh yeah, they carpeted the floors. You get the joke? Yeah? So you can't hear your boss coming, so they catch you doing funny things. But anyway, no, that was not what I was talking about. So we're talking about empathy. So you be concerned, get to know what people are going through, and that way you might realize, wait a minute, they're not being insubordinate or lazy. They're actually going through a very critical or a very painful time in their life. Therefore, developing emotional intelligence is very key to becoming a leader. Next point, continuous learning. Yes, say this all the time. But as a leader, you can never stop learning. There are so many conferences you can attend, so many seminars, so many classes you can take to learn, how to improve yourself, how to improve your leadership skills. Okay, so be open to learning, to growing as a leader. And like we said in the previous video about appraisals, allow your team members to praise you. Get that feedback. That's one way of continuous growth. Okay, you continue growing once you know which areas to work on, where to listen, to what parts to improve on, what skills to sharpen, and so on. Okay, and let it be two-way, so you're not just the only one doing the continuous learning, but you're also giving the employees that opportunity to grow themselves. Point number 8, lead with humility. Imagine, just be humble, okay? Don't walk all over people, and acknowledge that you make mistakes, because as a leader you will make mistakes. But instead of throwing people under the bus, just acknowledge to that, okay? And learn from those mistakes and move on. Do not just be in denial that you never make mistakes. You're the boss. I mean, people should never question you. No, people will respect you more when they see that you actually learn from your mistakes. That you're not perfect. You do make mistakes, but it's how you move on from that matters. Okay. Penultimate point: stay composed. Okay. As a leader, you can't be the one who frets and panics and throws everyone into confusion, because you cannot work well under pressure. There's this deadline of things are going very fast, and here you are so stressed up. Please just be calm. You can't be the boss and you're the one behaving like that. What about the people under you? How do you expect them to behave? Okay, if you're the one panicking and throwing tantrums like a 2-year-old. No. Stay composed. Fake that composure. Yeah, fake it until you make it, because you're their leader. Everybody's looking up to you. Okay, don't show them that you've panicked. Don't show them that, okay, things are like this, and then you're just doing everything because impulsively, emotionally, things are going haywire, and you're right in the middle of that. Take control of your emotions. Stay composed even when the house is burning, because everyone is looking up to you. Okay, whatever you show them is what they are also going to feel. If you show them that we are calm, they'll be calm. If you show them that, hey guys, nikubaya, yeah, they will act to show the same. So let's be careful of how we behave. And the beauty about staying calm when things are going haywire is that it inspires the people. It instills some confidence in them, and now you as a leader, you're able now to think straight and give direction and make people see where to go, and they are just able to just have confidence in you, and that you're gonna take care of the situation. So you're able to think straight and inspire that confidence into every person who's in your team. On to our last point: handle conflicts constructively. Okay, and you don't have to be in the middle of every single conflict because so and so and so and so have beef. You're right in the middle. No, let people resolve their own conflicts. But when you need to get into the picture, you can be constructive, you can be fair, and give each person the feedback they deserve, and then just help them fight their own battles. And the best thing I've seen leaders do is just encouraging open communication, so that if person X is saying this and person Y is saying this, instead of having these, words flying around, bring them together. Listen to both sides so that nothing is getting lost. There is no broken telephone in the middle, like so and so said this and then so and so went and said that. No, handle conflicts very, very well. Bring both parties there, any the parties that are in disagreement, bring them together, let them air out their issues, encourage that open communication, and everyone will look up to you as the most, the wisest person on this planet, the best leader that you could ever come across. And it's a win-win situation. Okay, so I'm hoping that this video will help you if you are a leader, if you're aspiring to become one. I wish you all the best. Yes, it's something that every single person needs to go through. If you're born with those skills, good for you. But if you're trying to get yourself there, I wish you all the best. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm so happy to everyone who subscribed. Please subscribe, okay? Then tell someone else, and keep passing the message forward, okay? Thank you so much, and I hope you